What next after breakup? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi-Oba. We're saying I talk about lifestyle, marriage and motherhood. In today's video, I want to talk about life after a breakup. Life after you've been served breakfast. I don't know how people just came up with that breakfast. Normally, breakfast is the first meal of the day and it's what everybody enjoy eating. I like to be served breakfast. Most times when I'm preparing the kids for school, my husband serves me breakfast. It just makes me a light cup of tea, even without telling him. Aww, that's so sweet of him. Most people, like, I don't want to name the percentage because I haven't done my I haven't done any studies. So I can't say the statistics of those that have been jilted by a man, by a lady in the past, in the present, that all that was still happening. I can't say. But I have once been served breakfast. Yes. But I bounced back. I came out of it. And I'm happy I didn't end up with that person, to be honest. So at times, when things happen to us, we don't know why it happened. Both man and woman right now. If a lady serves you breakfast or a man serves you breakfast, to be honest, it's a very, very painful experience. You know, you've already relied on this person, you've been planning your life, you've been involving things around you with this person, and the person just came out suddenly to say, oh, sorry. Most times, you might even see that breakup coming. You might have been anticipating it, you might not have been serious with the relationship, so even when it happens, you are not really, really surprised. But on some occasions, you didn't see it coming. In my own case, I didn't see it coming, and it happened in a very, very subtle way, but it was still breakfast anyway, because I didn't expect that relationship to end. It was a relationship I loved so much. I learned one lesson about going into a relationship. I don't think any lady, any man should go into a relationship because of the person's name. Oh, I love that name. I love the person's name. No, that happened to me. And I didn't expect anybody to go into a relationship because, oh, he's so handsome, he speaks good English, his voice is so soft. Like, all those things are just temporary. When I met my husband, his voice was softer. Like, he would be talking like, and I was like, oh, so, oh, this guy's so cute. All of a sudden, his voice was getting broader. Now, I don't know, maybe I was the one that widened. He will say I'm the one that widened his voice, broadened his voice. Because when I will not allow him to rest, so he will not talk, so now his voice is getting broader. Story. That's what you're real for. Maybe we're pretending then. He wasn't pretending. I think some members of his family have this soft voice as well. They don't have any thick voice, you know. What I'm saying is that if you go into a relationship because of some things that are not really, really acceptable, all because of our own reason, our own I don't even know how to put it, all just because you think you love this person. You can't love a person because of his voice or because of his name. A name is anything. Like now, my husband's son name is what's what? When my children were growing up and I told them, oh, your son name is this, they were like, what? That was my first boy. That was his expression. What? And some people say I cannot marry a man because of his surname, because of the name, the pronunciation, or maybe the way the name sounds or something. But I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to that person's life because of his name. What concerns me with surname? What concerns me with his name or his look? In as much you take all my boxes, I like your personality, the way you reason. I know you have future, you are intelligent, you are bright, you've got plans, you are hardworking, even though you are not that rich now or you are not really earning 6 figures. But I can see your effort. I can see that, oh yeah, when you push this person, when you support this person more, it's going to be this and that. And if the person is willing to like go the extra mile, come on, I'm good with you. I did a video with my husband recently and we're saying, will you leave your husband because of $5 million? And I said no. He was like, and I said, me, when I met you, you know that it wasn't because of money when I met you. So why am I going to leave you because of after many years and because of $5 million? What's my business with that one? I'm not dating somebody because of the money, because I'm contented with the little I have. That is how I've been raised. We are not this flashy that, oh, no. That's how my dad raised us. Be contented with whatever you like, you have. And that has helped me. If I don't have any money, you won't even know. If I have, you will not even know as well. If I have chicken, I will eat. If I have gari, I will drink it. No, but with all smile. That is me, to be honest. I will never compare one person to the other. You know. So going into a relationship because the man is rich, how do you measure that? Someone that is rich yesterday might not be rich again. Someone that was not rich yesterday might become rich today. So when that happens, what are we gonna do? So we have to like change our thinking skill and know what we are going into, where we are going to relationships. So when anything bad happen, even though we're gonna feel the effect, but it won't break us. When mine happened many years ago, I think I was around like 20. Yeah, I wasn't small because I was already about finishing my program at the College of Education then, you know. So I was soon start working, and even if a lady proposes if a man proposes to me in like when I'm 21, 22, it's fine, I can get married at that time because I've already finished my first qualification. I can use that to work then as a teacher. So what would now be my reason, you know? So, but when it happened, he gave me the reason, oh, because of distance. I'm like, come on, what do you mean? I came to study here, that's why I met you. Even though I met you through a family friend or a friend. And you are telling me it can't work because I'm going back to Lagos and you live in another place? Does it make any sense? It's not as if we've tried it after my schooling and it's so obvious I wasn't picking up or wearing safe for months, or like that's when you can now say it's not working. Not when before I even finished, I've already told me. Definitely you have your plan already. I felt devastated. I felt broken. I told his sister because his sister was my friend, and she could only talk to her brother. If our brother's mind is made up, what we should do, and she can't enforce our brother because she didn't match us. We just met on our own, you know. So when that happened, I wasn't happy. It affected my work. I couldn't concentrate for some years. I couldn't concentrate for like 2 years, to be honest. I was always thinking about this guy. So is it how it's gonna end? I was not happy. Everybody around me that something was wrong with me, but I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell my parents because I couldn't tell my parents that this girl that is sent to college of education has a boyfriend, and she's now crying. My daddy will slap her. Are you okay? Did I send you to school to go and look for a boyfriend? You know, things like that. So I was just moaning. I was just swallowing my hard pills by myself. I didn't tell anybody. But my saving grace then was that I was already working. So I was busy working. So when I wake up in the morning, I go to work. I will teach then. So after normal school time, I do lesson. So with that, I didn't even remember. So as days were passing and I was gradually forgetting. But I was missing one part, that I do not have anybody in my life that will call me, that will like talk about intimate things, like somebody, oh, hello babe, what's up, like that. I didn't have that kind of person in my life. I just had friends from church, from maybe like from school that we finished, even though we're not really seeing, but we talk on phone. But I was busy with my job, to be honest. I was busy with my job, and I was like, okay, I just don't know what that gave me. That I said, okay, let me just continue with my degree, you know, because that was an NCE. I got the form to LASU, and that gave me joy. Okay, I can progress my career. Even if the person heard about me later in life, he will know that, oh, Tobi had been this, is now this, and that. Guess what? I snapped out of that breakup fast. What helped me was because I was working. So if you are dating somebody, you cannot just be there without having your own thing that you are doing. So when it happens, you won't feel it much because you're also busy. But when you are not doing anything, when you are just like a full house girlfriend, full house fiancé or fiancé, depending on your partner, for this and that, when it happens, you're going to feel it more because there's nothing keeping you busy. There's nothing that will take that thought away from you. and it's going to be difficult to take it off you, to be honest. But my job helped me. I now make new friends from colleagues, from the student that was teaching, to be honest. I've got a lot of lesson notes to plan. I've got a lot of assignments, exam questions to prepare. So I was already occupied with all of this, and money was not coming in. So I didn't need it for anything in the first place. Not as if he was even giving me money when we met. No, because I didn't go into that relationship because of money. I gave my all because the guy was so handsome. He bears a very cute kind of name that, oh, when I called that name, then I gave him a pet name as well. And anytime I call him that, I always feel this. You understand? You know. So when it happened, I'm like, I cried. I was so bad. Well, he was not even picking my call again, and it was far. So it's not where I can say, let me go to his house the next day. It was, I live in Lagos. He lived in Ogun State. So where would I tell my dad I'm going? You know, there was a time I told my parents there are some things we've done for love, to be honest, that they will not even hear from us. Honestly, please comment in the comment section if you have ever done some nasty thing for love. What I mean by my own nasty thing was that I would tell them I'm going to work. Everybody knows I'm going to work, and I'll get to beggar, take a bus to Abeokuta, go and look for this guy. I will get to his house. Say on 2 occasions it was not one, and the another occasion I had moved from that house, and I could see that my friend too knew that her brother had moved on, so she didn't want to offend me. She didn't want to step in, and even if I know that she cannot do anything because this guy had made up, and they were like brothers and sisters, but the age gap was really, really much. So she's not someone that can like say, bro, you can't do that. She talks to him with respect. So she's like, oh, Tobi, just forget about my brother. God will do your own, which I understand. So when I heard the God, I know that yes, it is over. So I stopped. I'm like, I'm even putting myself in there, putting my life in danger. My people thought I'm at work. They don't know I was on my way to work. Oh my goodness. So fast forward, I moved on with my life, faced my job, and life continued. You won't believe that after 2 years, then I moved on. I've changed changed my job like 2 times. Then I have now met my husband now. So that very day I was going to my husband's house, you know, on a weekend. I was just going there, and I was on bike. My phone rang, so I picked the call, you know, and it was the guy. Oh, Tobi, is me. I was like, who is me? He said, he mentioned this. I was like, show you the why me. I was like, okay, you know. So I just want to let you know that I'm now in Lagos. I now live in Lagos. So if you want to come and see me, I'm like, I just ended that call. I'm like, are you okay? So you're not in Lagos. Congratulations. What's my business? You're not in Lagos. If you like be living beside my house or be one of my dad's tenants, it doesn't change anything. I've moved on after like 2 years. Thank God I've moved, I've healed now. I now have my new person as at that time. Okay. And he was a good person to me. And the good that he also have the same qualities they have, even more than the guy's own self. So even though that is not even my reason for going to relationship, because I now have a new mentality, new orientation about life, about relationship, like that. And I was not even bothered about anything. If you like this, if I like you, I like you. And that is it. That was how I moved on. This guy didn't know I was serious. So he would still call out. So I said, guy, please stop calling my number. You're stopping my life. That was when he knew that I was damn serious. And that was how I snapped out and overcome that depression, that heartbreak that someone thought it saved me. To be honest, if he sees me now, I don't know where he is. I know he will be fine wherever he is. His sister is still my friend, even though distance has separated us. So most times he will still hear about me from his sister whenever they talk, you know. But everybody knows that everybody's life is different now. I snapped out of it, and I thank God I'm doing well in my own little way. And that is why he wanted to come back, to be honest. If he hadn't heard anything good about me, he would have come back. So what I'm saying is that if somebody serves you breakfast, guy, before they even serve you breakfast self, You should not. Normally, even if you are doing well, you are a working class lady. If a lady still want to serve you breakfast, regardless of your money, they still gonna serve you breakfast. To be honest, if you like have money, everybody have their reason or for going to relationship and what they are looking for. You know, even if you have money. So that's why you see some man. That's why you see some men going after a lady that does not even worth maybe their present girlfriend. And you be like, what does this person have? In terms of physical appearance, this person is not up to me. In terms of some specifications, this lady is low. But you don't know what the man saw in that lady or what, you know, vice versa. You don't need to be worried. Don't need to kill yourself because the man saves you breakfast, to be honest. You have to just move on, develop yourself, do things that will make you better, to forget about this person. So when the person even sees himself, he or she will be like, I made a mistake. And if you didn't think you made a mistake, but at least you have moved on, you progressed, you're going to get a better person, and you are happy. You won't need to kill yourself because of a man. Because when you kill yourself because of a man, because of a lady, the person is doing his own life. Yeah, it's a loss to you. Even to your family members are going to be feeling your loss for a long time. My husband said in the last video, in the video that we made recently, when I asked him a question that, how did you feel when, have you ever been served breakfast or something like that? And he was really served breakfast. And even when I met my husband, him and that lady are separated for maybe 4 or 5 years before we even met. But at that time, my husband was talking about how the lady was to him and how that thing affected him drastically. And this is not as if it's even a rich person. I've said maybe it's lazy that is doing that. I don't know the impact that lady, I don't know the thing that lady was doing to him that made my husband to feel that. He said his dad had to come from his village to come and take him to their village and even to speak to him that he said he was so sick and really going emaciated. People were thinking he had HIV because of the way he was thinking about this lady when this happened. When he was telling me, I was well, we said, you know, I don't know why he didn't snap out of it. I thought when a lady served the guy breakfast, the man doesn't really feel it much. Maybe like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you already see in another relationship. It's only like that it takes them a while. Some will take you years. They won't give another man another chance. And they'll still be like begging the man to come back, and even when it's so obvious that this man has moved on, a lady will still be like begging to say come back. I'm like, this man has moved on. So he said he didn't move on. No. He was still gonna beg this lady, and it's so obvious this lady had moved on. He went to the lady's house to like beg, and the lady embarrassed. Anytime he's telling me this, I was like, guy. So I was like, wow. So for you to know the impact, he said he almost committed suicide because of this lady, which most people have done. I think why people do that or why people don't get healed quickly or move on is the gravity of the pressure they've put, of pressure of love they've put in that relationship. So they cannot bear the outcome when it eventually happened. So we need to have a rethink. If you are going into a relationship, yes, you have to give it a all, but at the same time, have it at the back of your mind that anything can happen. And if this thing happen, what am I going to do to snap out, to recover, to get going like that? Are you going to enroll in some courses, be doing a training, get a job, be doing some things that will keep you busy, that even regardless of the breakfast or the breakup, you are still going to work, you still have that appointment that you are keeping all the time, that you can't even stop because of how important that thing is. Because when you are not doing something important, when that happens, you can leave that thing because you think it's not important. But if that thing is so important to your life, you won't drop it regardless. And for some men and ladies that like to serve a lady breakfast even without a cogent reason, well done. Clap for yourself. I think you have a baby girl, you have a baby boy. When it happens to their enemy, I'm sure you will know how it feels. If you want to serve a lady breakfast, I think we should do it in a matured and a mutual way. Let the person know, I don't think we can continue with this relationship because of this and that. Even if ladies try to be, let her know, so that even if you are still like trying, the lady will know that your mind is not there. So when eventually happened, they won't feel it much. Not when you just wake up one morning, you just like bring out your plan, or just like carry out your plans. No. Is it that you've been thinking about it before, or you just felt like doing it? That is not even my worry right now. My worry is I've been served breakfast before. How did I move on? Did I die in it? Did I move on? Did I recover? Yes, I did recover. What helps me to recover? I recover because I've got something doing in my life. I've got something doing. I had a job. I have a lot of commitments that will make me to snap out of it. That will reduce the thinking, because I wasn't lonely. I work, and thank God I was working in a school. I'm around children. I'm around, yes, the young adults that were so funny, and they will always make me laugh. So I'm always like looking forward to go to school the next day to teach them, you know. And I've got lesson plans, lesson notes to write. So I'm overwhelmed with a lot of tasks to do, that it was just fading off gradually. The only time I feel it more is on weekend when I'm at home. Then I got a lesson. I was taking some student lesson, after school lesson, and I purposely put some hours on weekends for me to leave the house to go teach them. By the time I'm done, I'm tired already. The remaining brain left is for me to sleep. It's not even time for me to start thinking of anybody, you know. So that was how I snapped of it, and I'm fine. So I think we need to get something doing. We need to be occupied. We need to be busy. We need to also prove to the guy. We need to let them know, okay, life happens. It's unfortunate it happens to us, but we've moved on, and let everybody be fine. Even if we see in future, hello, I want to remember the scenario, then compare it and evaluate my life now, and I could say, oh yeah, thank God I wasn't still that same person I used to be then. Thank God I'm no more that person I was. But if after some years you now meet up with the guy, with the lady, and your life now is not better off, then the man or the lady is not going to miss anything about you. He's not going to feel anything. He's not going to feel the guilt of what he had done or she had done to you, because there's so much thing to write about you positively. But when the guy or the lady sees that, you cannot even come near me to even say hello, that I've even met you before, the guy will know that, I better go. Why did I meet this lady? Why didn't I look very well? Why didn't I plan this thing? Why didn't I think about this thing very well before I did it? But well, life happens. You did it, and thank God you might have helped the person to really like to buckle up again and get going. Okay, so we need to snap out of anything that is happening to us. It might not only be breaking of heart. It could be that you lost a loved one, and you think your life had ended without that person. Yes, I know it's so painful, but it has happened. The deed has been done. It cannot be reversed. How are we doing? What are we doing? What are the plans? What are the things we're going to do to get going again, so that we won't die in this? Because it won't make any sense when we are buried in our own shadow, in our own thinking, all just because we cannot cope because of what has happened. When there is a will, there is still a way. Where there is a will, a way to pass, that means when there is an opening, that means there is a way to go through. Then we have to like follow that way and be happy at the end of the day. I think I've been able to use this medium to talk to somebody, to pass a message to somebody this morning. Going through one kind of disappointment or the other, that will not be the end of life. You can snap back. You can gather the pieces of your life and build something, mold something out of it. And in future, you're going to look back and say, thank God this thing happened, because this has made me to be a better me right now. All right, now, I remain Tobi-Oba. We will say, if you like my content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share my page, comment in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers and bye.